Good morning, learners. Welcome to our today's English lesson that we are going to cover correlatives as a subtopic. Correlatives are simply words that coexist. They coexist in the manner that they are normally written. You can't change them. Just like a mother and a child. You can't separate a mother and a child because they coexist the way they are. The mother gave birth to the girl or the boy. So correlatives have been looked at different levels. To begin with, the very simple ones like neither nor. Neither nor is a very common one that we know. I talk of neither Jane nor Walter came to our home, meaning all of them didn't come. So there's no day neither will go with or something else. They are coexisting the way are, hence it must go with nor. Neither will always go with nor. Let's give that as an example. We have either that goes with or, they will remain like that. So in our today's lesson, just before I give exactly what I wanted to give, there are some few questions that I wanted to revise about our last lesson when we were dealing with the phrasal verbs. Those are verbs that take a preposition, and we mentioned several of them. So with me here are three questions that I just took from a paper that you were sent to. My father put up a new house. You are told to replace the underlined word that is a phrasal verb. My father put up a new house. And the word put up is there underlined. My father put up a new house. So you have been told to replace that put up with these words here. A, we are given purchased. My father purchased, my father bought, my father sold, or my father built. Learner, remember, say to put up is to, you can either construct or build. So those two words can either replace that with the verb put up. To put up is to make a new house, not constructing, not buying, not purchasing, not selling, but is to make a new house. That is to build. That was the best answer there. So my father built a new house. You also consider the tense in that category. So the other built. My father built a new house. We have number 2. The police officer vowed to look into the matter. So to look into a matter, learner, is to investigate. We have the word like inform, investigate, arrest, reveal. So learner, the police officer vowed to look into the matter. To look into a matter is to investigate. It is to investigate. To put up, we have said, is to build a house or to construct. We have another one, that is to call on. I called on my aunt yesterday in the evening, and we mentioned this in our last lesson. We called on my aunt. We mentioned that, learner. What is to call on? We've been given A, B, C, D here. That's A, telephone. I telephoned my aunt, or I talked to my aunt. That is B. C, I communicated with my aunt, or I visited my aunt. Learner, just as we mentioned in our last lesson, to call on is to visit, is to pay a visit. The answer is visited. I visited my aunt yesterday in the evening. So learner, so much for that. I was just emphasizing whatever we did in our previous lesson so that we don't forget whatever we have learned, and get more and more revision exercises to try more questions as far as phrasal verbs is concerned. Then it's good to visit your dictionary. If you have attacked, for example, put, look all the phrasal verbs that begin with put. We have put up, put across, put down. What is the meaning of all that? Every dictionary will give you all the phrasal verbs with put. Arrange all the puts down and give their meanings so that you can be acquainted with the issues of phrasal verbs. You go to look into, look up, look at, and etc. Go down and list all of them as you look at their answers. Go to call on, call after, call, all those first of all with call, write them down. And with that, learner, you shall be doing thorough revision that will help you in examination. Because examination tests different. If you have brought this today, be rest assured that tomorrow you must be brought another thing altogether. One thing tested today will never be brought, maybe in the near future, but you may get others that maybe a teacher has not taught in class, maybe you have never seen them, but with that revision I'm giving you, learner, you're able to be acquainted well with those correlatives, with those phrasal verbs. So much for that. Let us now go to our today's lesson. Just mentioned as I was beginning that we have several correlatives, and doing them together will even confuse you more. Hence, I've decided to do only 2 today. That is the use of no sooner. We talk of no sooner had, then done. And then number 2, we're going to look at as soon as. So Lana, why am I doing all the? Am I doing the 2, and I'm not done maybe barely, scarcely? I've omitted them because these ones have the same meaning. So I want to deal with this so that in our next lesson we can capture the rest. So to begin with, no sooner. How do we use no sooner, Lana? I just mentioned that they are correlatives, meaning there's no day, Lana, no sooner will miss had. Use it in your composition without had, Lana, the examiner will put an X there. Use it without done here, the examiner will put a what? An X. So we are being advised and we are emphasizing as teachers that these things are correlatives, hence you must remember that had must be there and done. Why are we putting that had? Because it is in the past participle. It is majorly used in a sentence in the past participle. Like no sooner, let me just give an example in a sentence here. No sooner had the bell rang with you, because we have used had here. No sooner had the bell rang, than the teacher arrived. No sooner had the bell rung than the teacher arrived. So if you look at this sentence, Lana, we are getting one thing, that immediately, there is what this word immediately. Can you write it there? Immediately one thing happens. Lana, get it very right. Immediately one thing happens, the other one follows. So one thing follows, immediately one happens. The bell rings, not how the bell rings. Gling, and there the teacher appears by the door. So when you get it right like that, that immediately one happens, the other one happens. Not that they are happening concurrently. There's no concurrent happening. That the bell is ringing. As the bell rings, the teacher is coming. So with that one, we use as. While the teacher entered the class, the bell rang. So meaning the teacher entered while the bell was ringing. It's another very, very different again with this. This is happening immediately after, not concurrently. When the bell rang, and at the same time the bell is ringing, the teacher is coming, we'll talk of, we'll now talk of the one I just mentioned. While the teacher entered our class while the bell rang. But this one, we must use no sooner. No sooner had the bell rung than the teacher arrived into our class. Meaning immediately after. Immediately after another one. So immediately after the bell rang, the teacher stepped into our class. You can give several examples about that. So when I mention whatever I want to mention, whatever I wanted to emphasize in this particular our number one, that is no sooner. You can give one more, maybe no sooner had father left. Father left than and Benta and Benta call run or yes for run than Benta run with A in the past. So no sooner had father left than and Benta ran. So father just left the house, and immediately then we saw and Benta ringing. Maybe your home phone. So as no sooner had father left than and Benta ran. And exactly. So that's just an example. But remember, I'll just mention about immediately. Immediately one thing happens, another one happens. Almost immediately, not concurrently, but immediately. In examination, this is now the emphasis I wanted people to make. In examination, you meet such that which one, the following is a sentence. Which one among A, B, C, D is the best? That means the same as the underlined phrase. And the underlined phrase is that no sooner had, let us use this one. No sooner had the bell rung than the teacher arrived. No sooner had the bell rung than the teacher. Then you are being given A. The teacher arrived after the bell rang. B. The teacher arrived as the bell rang. C. The teacher arrived before the bell rang. And D. The teacher arrived immediately the bell rang. Learner, you must be, let those phrases there given not confuse you. Go for the answer. Because you believe on yourself, go for the answer. The answer is immediately. He arrived immediately when the bell rang. Or you may be brought the one I just wrote. I just wrote here sentence. Before I wrap it, I mentioned as soon as. So if you get that, also mean the same as no sooner. As soon as the bell rang, I'm with you. As soon as the bell rang, the teacher arrived. So now this one means exactly what I've just written before. No sooner had. So as soon as the bell rang, the teacher arrived. As soon as the bell rang, or you can put had. As soon as the bell had rang, the teacher arrived. So as soon as the bell rang, the teacher arrived. Also mean immediately. This can also mean immediately after. The bell rings, the teacher arrives. As soon as the passenger stepped into the vehicle left. So meaning the passenger just enters the vehicle and there the vehicle goes. One has happened after the other. They're not happening at the same time. So that was all that I wanted us to do today, to look at the way as soon as is related to no sooner. And then I'll just give you a small exercise to construct Let's construct five sentences with no sooner. Hard than. And then 5 sentences with as soon as. And learner, the emphasis again I need to make before you do the exercise is that there are people who normally say that no sooner than mother came. Learner, don't put down here. Because we know people cram that no sooner than. Many people say no sooner goes with than. Somebody just consults and say no sooner than mother came. You repeat than the visitor arrived. Learner, no. I've given the emphasis. So no sooner had, put had there first to show that it is in past participle. No sooner had, one thing happened than the other one took place. No sooner had the president spoken than the entire nation began putting on masks. So you normally mention that they had not begun putting on the mask before, but as soon as he talked, then the entire nation realized the importance of putting on the masks. So that's a very good element that I wanted to bring. That before one thing happened, one happened, but another one is happening almost immediately when the other one takes place. Like I just mentioned, issue of the president. No sooner had the president spoken about corona than the entire country started putting on the water. Meaning before that, people were not putting on, but as soon as he spoken, people realized the importance of putting on the masks. So until next time, construct 5 sentences using no sooner and ensure that they are rightly written using had and than to show something happening immediately after the other, and use as soon as we have mentioned to show how one thing happened after the other. Because this one means the same. Look at some papers, learn at the past papers that are there in your parents' phones. I know there are a number of them that are sent by in different groups. Look at the use of this. From number 16, in the papers from number 16 to 25, you get a number of questions there, learn, touching about the same. That which one means the same as underlined, and they're doing no sooner, as soon, and etc. Try to look at it, and basing your arguments on what we have done today, you're going to do better. So until next time, I wish you well. I wish you a very busy day, full of God's blessing. Thank you.